What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and I would like to take just a moment out of your day to talk to you all about a missing child by the name of Quinton Simon. Quinton Simon is only 20 months old, and he went missing from his home in Savannah, Georgia on October 5th, last seen around 6 a.m. Now, no Amber Alert was issued because it's not believed that Quinton was abducted or anything like that. The story is that Quinton must have magically walked out of his home and disappeared. Now, you all know that I try to be careful when it comes to cases like this, especially after all of the madness that went down with Kylie Rodney. But I have to be honest with you all. There are some major red flags here. And I mean, these are blatantly obvious red flags that are just glaring out at me. And I cannot sit by and not say anything. Just a few of the red flags are: Quinton was reported missing around 9:30, although it was originally reported that he went missing around 6 a.m. So why would a parent wait 3.5 hours to, alert authorities that their child was missing? Wouldn't you call automatically, immediately? Well, apparently Quinton's mother and her boyfriend did not. Now, the last person to see Quinton was supposedly around 6 a.m., and it was Quinton's, I can't say stepfather, it was Quinton's mother's boyfriend who supposedly last saw him at 6 a.m. in the home. Now, Quinton has a babysitter. This babysitter babysits Quinton regardless if the mother is working or not. So she's always babysitting Quinton. Well, it just so happens that around 5:30-ish a.m., Quinton's mother texts the babysitter out of nowhere and cancels 30 minutes before Quinton goes missing. Now, another key factor that sticks out to me is the fact that Quinton's mother and her boyfriend, they live with Quinton's mother's mother, Quinton's grandma. And it just so happens that Quinton's grandma recently filed papers to evict Quinton's mother and her boyfriend from the home. Now, I actually have some viewers that live in the area, and I mean in the actual neighborhood. And from what they tell me, they always hear arguing and loud noises coming from this home. So it seems to be somewhat of a dysfunctional family. From what I've been told, Quinton's grandparents are there. It's their home. And then their daughter, her boyfriend, and multiple kids are all living in this house. So from what I've been told, it's kind of chaotic over there sometimes. Now, as I was just saying, Quinton's mother was being evicted from this home, and it seems like Quinton's grandma has custody of some of her kids. So there's a weird dynamic going on there and some family drama going on there. Now, also, what sticks out to me is this. Law enforcement has been all over the area for the past couple of days. I mean, law enforcement from like 5 different agencies. You got the FBI, you got Savannah Police Department, Chatham County Police Department, the Sheriff's Office, you name it. They got dogs out in the area. They got thermo helicopters flying around the area. They have searched everywhere around this neighborhood, around this home. They've been searching in neighbors' backyards. And I mean, I'm sorry, but how far could a 20-month-old child really get? Let's say this 20-month-old child just decided to get up and walk out of the home. How far would they really get? I wouldn't think too far. Yet they've canvassed this area extensively and nothing has been found. But we know law enforcement misses stuff all the time. Well, it seems to me like law enforcement no longer thinks that this is a case of a child just getting up and walking out of the house. I think that they think there's foul play involved because they have scaled back their search efforts and now they are focusing on some local landfills and trash dumps because it just so happens, and this is another red flag, that the day Quinton went missing was trash day. And the day that Quinton went missing, his grandma and his grandfather were out of town. So it's like all these details coming together, and I'm not trying to point fingers here, but something definitely seems off in my opinion. But let's go ahead and see what local news has to say about this situation.
Thank you, Dylan. Continuing our coverage now of a missing one-year-old in Chatham County. The search is expected to pick back up this morning. Sarah Winkleman is joining us live along Buckhalter Road, which was an extremely busy place yesterday. Obviously, things changed overnight. What are we expecting out there this morning, Sarah?
Yeah, good morning, Kyle. It is a very quiet morning out here. No police cars in sight. The only thing we're really seeing is some crime scene tape that has been torn off. You can see that just laying in the driveway there. But this morning, Chatham County Police tells me that there are no new developments overnight and that they won't begin their search efforts until the sun comes up today. And in a couple of hours, they're going to fill us in on exactly what their plan is for the day. That's because they are still searching for this boy right here. This is a picture of Quinton Simon. Chatham County Police say Quinton's mother called 911 yesterday morning when she woke up and the 20-month-old was missing from his pack and play. He was wearing a light blue Sesame Street shirt and black pants. Now, police were out searching around the area of his home for most of the day yesterday, but suspended the foot search once it got dark. In addition to Chatham County Police, the Sheriff's Office, the FBI, Savannah Police Mounted Patrol were on their horses, bloodhounds, and neighbors all assisted in the search efforts. Chatham County Police say they do not know if this was a kidnapping, but at this point, there have not been any signs of foul play.
This is a fluid situation. All things are still possible. We don't have any concrete belief in any one theory or any one thing. So we're very concerned about Quinton. We're hoping we can find him safe and bring him home to his parents.
An emotional time for everybody involved in this search out here yesterday. And like I said, again, we are anticipating that search to continue this morning and hopefully bring one-year-old Quinton home. Live in Savannah, Sarah Winkleman, WTOC News.
So after doing some digging and snooping around, I also came across this. And come to find out, Quinton's mother lost her child support case on September 21st. And it was filed on October 5th, the same day that Quinton went missing. So I'm not pointing the fingers at anyone here. I always keep my mind open. Anything is possible. But Quinton's grandfather says that Quinton didn't even know how to open doors yet, let alone even turn a doorknob. Although some neighbors say they've seen Quinton in front of the house by himself, unattended, running back and forth. So who knows what's really going on here? But we cannot ignore these red flags. Too many things are just piling on top of each other. We know that Quinton's mother was served an eviction notice last week. On the same day Quinton went missing, she basically lost her child support case for Quinton. We know that there has been turmoil in this household. And that's not just coming from neighbors, but from the grandmother as well. She's talked to local media outlets. We also know that this boyfriend, he may be kind of shady. I don't want to touch on that yet. We have to look into that a little bit more. But the babysitter was canceled at 5:30 a.m. Right before this kid went missing. There's just too many weird things all coming together. And this just so happens to happen on the day that Quinton's grandmother has to go out of town. So she's not there. And from what I've gathered, maybe I'm wrong here, it looks to me like Quinton's grandmother wanted to keep Quinton. She wanted to kick out the daughter and the boyfriend. I'm not so sure what would happen to all the kids, but I think that she wanted to keep custody of Quinton. So all in all, it's a very ugly situation. There are more details that I will release soon. So stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. There's a lot more for us to unpack from this case, but for now, I just wanted to give you all a general idea of what is happening here. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all on the next video.